Today's topic is life cycle of Java program. The life cycle of a Java program tells us what happens right from the point where we type the source code in a text editor to the point that source code is converted into machine code, which is nothing but combination of zeros and ones. And there are mainly three different stages in the life cycle of Java program. They are editing the program, compiling the source code, which is written in the above step. After compilation, we need to execute the bytecode. Bytecode is nothing but the code which is generated after compilation. Let us see in detail about life cycle with a picture. First, you will start with typing the program in a text editor. The text editor can be either Notepad, Notepad++, WordPad, TextEdit, etc. After completing the editing of a program, we have to save the file. While saving the file, you should remember that the file must be saved with .java extension. For example, let's think that I had written a Java program which contains a single class called as sample. If you want, you can use more on classes in further posts. It is good convention to save the file with the name of the class. So as per my example, the file will be saved as sample.java. So this is about editing the source code. And next second step is compilation. So the name of the Java compiler is Java C. The input to the compiler is the Java source code, which is available in sample.java. The output of the compiler is a machine independent or platform independent code, which is known as bytecode. So this bytecode is non-human readable format. So humans can't understand this. The file which is generated after compilation is dot class file. So as per the example, the bytecode file will be sample dot class. But initially I have provided at editing it is sample.java. After compilation it will produce sample.class. So in order to compile a Java program, the command is javac space filename.java. So here for this example it is javac space sample.java. After that, the last step of execution is the bytecode generated by the compiler will be executed by Java Virtual Machine. The input to Java Virtual Machine is nothing but the bytecode, and the output is a machine code, which is a combination of zeros and ones, because this is the only understandable by machine, and it is executed by the CPU of the local machine. So a machine can't understand the program which is given at editing at the point of editing. So it will convert into bytecode. Finally, it will convert into machine readable format, which is zeros and ones. So in order to run this, execute this, Java Virtual Machine may perform internally with the help of a command called as Java space class name. Here in this example, Java space the class name is nothing but sample. So we should give the command as Java space sample. So this is about life cycle of Java program. Let us see how to create and execute a program in Java. So the first step is to type the Java source code in the text editor. So you can use anything, either Notepad or Notepad++, your wish, and save it with .java extension. So it is better if you provide the class name as the file name. Next is type or copy paste the given code like this. So here these are the different this is a class which is name it as hello, and these are the methods we are going to discuss in detail further. So it is good practice to save the file with the name as class, but it is non mandatory. As I mentioned, it is non mandatory, but it will be helpful. It will be good practice if you use that. So let's assume that the file is saved in the path C:\Java. So full path of the source code should be given as C:\Java/ name of the program with .java extension. And the next step is we need to compile the source code. So in order to compile the source code, open the command prompt, which is a black window, and navigate to the location, which is nothing but C:\Java. So I think everyone has an idea regarding command prompt. So if you don't have any idea, then go to a main page of your desktop. Then you can find search. In search, you just type a command cmd. Then press enter. You will get a window, black window, which is nothing but a command prompt. In that command prompt, we are going to execute or compile our Java program. So let us see how to compile the Java program. So in order to compile Java program, as I mentioned, this is the syntax javac space filename.java. So if there are no errors in your Java program, then your program compilation will be successful. Otherwise, you will get you'll get some errors. Then you need to rectify them again. You need to compile it. So this is command prompt. This is how to compile a Java program. If your program is correct, then it will be successful. So after compiling your Java program, you can see a generated file in that particular location. The location is nothing but C drive Java folder. You can find .class extension, which is extension file, which is nothing but a bytecode for your main .java file. So during compilation of your process, the .java file will produce a file which is called as .class. So that is nothing but you will find in that particular location. So after that, if you want to execute it, then you should give a command called as java space file name. Don't give any extension here. So don't provide .java here. Okay, so this is how to execute a Java program. After execution of that Java program, I have obtained an output which is nothing but hello world. Okay, this is how to execute, how to compile and execute your Java program. So let us see the code which I have given here in detail. Let us move with the first line, which is nothing but comments. So in line 1, you can see comments here. In Java, we can write comments at any line in the program. So you can write at the beginning, middle, or at the end, anything is okay. So there are different types of comments here. The one you can see in the above program is a single line comment. The single line comments always starts with double slash followed by anything that you want to write. So the commands are very useful for writing something which will be useful for the developer or some other users. Okay, so during one thing we need to remember here is nothing but Java compile will ignores the comment. So nothing, no error will be obtained by using comments. So compiler just ignores it. Okay, so the next is class. Class, next line is class keyword. So if you consider in line 2 to 8, we can see class declaration. So don't worry much about classes. So we can explain in the further classes. For now, every Java program must contain at least one class. The class can be declared in Java by using a keyword called as class. The class space name of the class. So okay, you should make use of a keyword called as class. So next, moving to the next step, main method. So now again, no need to worry about main method. I think everyone know what is main function in C program. Similarly, the main method is an entry point for every Java program. For executing a Java program, we have to write a main method. It is similar to C also. When JVM executes the bytecode, it searches for the main method, and then it starts the execution from that line. So during execution of program, it will check whether which line main exists. From that point of line, it will execute the complete program. Okay, and the next line is system.out.println. So it's normal in a program to do computations like reading data from the user and printing the results. Reading data from the user in the console window is the standard input. Means we are the system is reading some input and we are providing input through keyboard. So this is nothing but standard input, and printing or writing data in the console is called as standard output. So okay, if it is displaying something, it is called as standard output. In the above hello world program, I am printing to the console by using println method is provided, which is provided by the out object of print stream class. So the out object is made accessible by system class. So let's say that whenever you want to print something on the console, we have to use system.out.println. Out is nothing but it is an object of print stream. Means for print stream there is a class called as print stream. For if you want to access the class, we are going to use some object which is nothing but out. So okay, so system and print stream are predefined classes which are provided by Java. So all these predefined classes come bundled in packages. So if you want to use a particular class, then we need to import that package. So package is nothing but it is a group of related classes. System class is available in java.lang package, and print stream is also available in java.io package. So finally, this is nothing but this program is to display output as hello world. I think everyone clear. So here hello is nothing but name of the class, and this is generally used as a program name, so you can save it as hello.java. And next is main method. So the execution of the program always starts from the line where main exists, and this is nothing but internally in main there is a statement called as system.out.println. So it is nothing but it will print the standard console output, which is nothing but hello world on monitor. Okay. So, and I mentioned that out is an object for print stream, and system is also a class, and println is nothing but it is a method. So this is an output, and this is how to create and compile a Java program. I think everyone is okay with life cycle. So this is end of the topic. We can see Java virtual machine in next class.